Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving into Sparrow, a new C++ library for working with Apache Arrow's Columnar format. It's a really exciting development.
I'm eager to hear about this. Apache Arrow is already a big deal, so a streamlined C++ integration is huge. What's the core problem Sparrow solves?
Exactly. Arrow is fantastic for data interchange, but the reference implementation, Arrow-CPP, is quite comprehensive. It's like getting a whole toolbox when you only need a hammer and screwdriver. Sparrow provides just those essentials: efficient read and write access to Arrow data.
So it's a more lightweight, focused approach? That makes sense for projects that don't need the full Arrow CPP functionality. Burned up. What are some of Sparrow's key features that make it so appealing?
Absolutely. It's lightweight, modern, and uses idiomatic C++ APIs. Think iterators, ranges, concepts, all the good stuff. It also offers easy conversions between Sparrow's internal structures and Arrow's C interface, making integration a breeze. Plus, it's Apache 2.0 licensed, so it's open and accessible.
The idiomatic C++ API is a big selling point, I'd imagine. Makes it much easier for C++ developers to adopt, right? And the example code you showed, initializing data directly from Sparrow or from the Arrow C interface, looks pretty straightforward.
Precisely. It's designed for ease of use. They even have typed arrays mirroring the familiar STD, Vector API, which is incredibly intuitive. This makes it easy to work with different data types, and they've handled null values gracefully, using a nullable object similar to STD optional, but with some key differences in reference handling.
Interesting. The nullable object sounds like a clever solution. But what about untyped arrays? How does Sparrow handle the complexity of nested data structures?
That's where the brilliance of type erasure comes in. Untyped arrays use a base class and a wrapper to handle different typed arrays, avoiding a combinatorial explosion of types. It's elegant and efficient, though accessing elements requires using a visit method with a functor for dynamic dispatch. This might introduce a slight performance overhead, but it's a trade-off for flexibility.
A fair point about the performance trade-off. But the visit method with C++ 20 template lambdas seems like a clean way to handle that. Torch. What about building these complex Arrow structures? That can be a real headache sometimes.
Totally. That's where Sparrow's build function shines. It takes nested standard containers, like STD, vector greater than, and automatically constructs the corresponding Arrow arrays. It handles all the low-level details, making it incredibly convenient. The documentation even provides a comprehensive mapping between standard containers and Arrow layouts.
That sounds incredibly useful. So Sparrow really seems to hit the sweet spot between functionality and ease of use. What's next on the roadmap for Sparrow?
They're planning language bindings, support for new platforms, and integration with other technologies. It's an active project with a lot of potentials. It's been a collaborative effort between Man Group, Bloomberg, and QuantStack as part of the Arctic DB project. A truly impressive team behind it.
It certainly sounds like a powerful and well-supported library. Thanks for breaking down Sparrow for us. It's clear why it's generating so much buzz.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time with more exciting tech updates. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.